But you know, those police officers were at least voluntarily working uh, for the city. They
Yes.
weren't sentenced to be a hero.
Yes.
So, so for the first time in a bit, we took a look at some seasonal anime.
It's been a while since we've done that. And of course, your discovery of this particular anime is pretty funny.
Yeah, there's this YouTube channel I'm subscribed to called the Anime Boys, where they'll do a bridge series for various things. I don't usually watch the full episodes, but they make a lot of funny shorts. If you've seen the solo leveling parody, Sister Leveling, where his sister is just super into him, that's them.
Yeah.
For this one, they that they have the main character Zolo Forbarts uh, on trial. You and your heretical concept of an age of consent, and you will be now sentenced to be a lolicon. No, she's not thick at all.
I want her to have big boobs and a fat ass.
So, when I first saw that, I thought to myself, okay, what kind of generic isekai slop is this going to be? I guess I'll give it a go. Then I'm watching in the first 10 minutes, I'm thinking to myself, is this a series that just jumped right into the action?
And it basically does, yeah.
Is that allowed?
You don't have some kid who gets hit by a bus.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would say that Zolo is one of the stronger points of the show. He's kind of a standard, like almost throwback hero to like what you would have seen in the 2000s. Kind of like, like Van from Gunblade or Gunsword.
Yeah. Or
Just
or Guts from Berserk.
yeah, right. Like he isn't quite like either one because he's friendlier than Guts, or less hostile than Guts. No, they're not by much, and he's definitely less goofy than Van. But it's like it's a style of anime protagonist you don't get as often anymore because usually you don't have a main character who's older than 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's an immediate res. The young boy here, Dota Luzulas, has impulsively stolen a coffin in the midst of a raid of giant fairies, who they're called fairies, but it's more like it's almost like the virus from Left 4 Dead, where it just it infects a body and just morphs and mutates it in horrible ways.
Yeah, and it does it to like all kinds of animals and various creatures. Yeah, and yeah, they call it it's called the demon blight. And and all the demon blights caused by these different demon lords, and they number and name them kind of like the angels from Evangelion.
We're on what number 13 is invading right now.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yep. And so so the opening sequence, we get some really nice action. Our main character, our Dota is saved by Xylo, who has this power that lets him, like, he can jump great distances and he can throw exploding knives.
Yes.
And I gotta say, like, one of the major focuses of this show is the action. And what I found out when I looked into this director here. Let's see here. Where is IMDb? You're failing me. Because it shows the creator, which I'm assuming is the light novel or manga it's based on.
Yeah. It's Katakawa does the animator, right? It's a studio.
Also, Studio Kai. I think Katakawa is more like the parent company.
Okay.
Studio Kai actually, as soon as I looked them up, they've done. They did the second 2 seasons of the Uma Musume anime of all things, with season 2 being their first major production, from what I can tell.
Oh wow!
So that the director who, sorry, I should have been better prepared for this.
Right.
Basically, he is one of the people behind One Punch Man, and I think like the anime, and I think I know the episodes and scenes that he would have done, because this series has a very rough line work. It's a type of thing that would not have really been possible before the advent of digital animation.
Yeah.
Because with traditional tools, you would not be able to maintain it well enough. And One Punch Man, the first season was like Studio Madhouse getting together all of the greats of the anime industry to make this one amazing production. And I think I can even imagine some like which scenes this director would have been responsible for just based on his art style. I think it was like the giant. I think it would have been the giant guy who got mutated.
Oh yeah.
Like the top of his head missing or whatever it was. It's been like 10 years since I saw that, but
yeah.
But some of the scenes stuck out because like the action in this is really amazing. Like it isn't always constant motion, but they know how to use the animation they have very well.
Yeah. And the some of it's CG animation, which can look kind of rough sometimes, but here they do a decent job with it.
Yeah, and so you very quickly. Sorry, the IMDb is currently playing scenes from the episode, and I'm distracted by how pretty and actionful they are.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so the hero, our heroes discover that. Well, first off, we discover about our heroes that they are not exactly here voluntarily. It is basically a Suicide Squad situation.
Yes, the term or title hero has a completely different meaning in this universe than it does in every other universe that's in existence. Yeah, they're basically criminals who have been sentenced to an eternity of fighting constantly. Service. Yeah. And it's also implied too that when they die, that they go to hell and then get brought back, and each time that happens they lose some of their memory and some of their identity, because there's a character in there where he's just like there's nothing going on upstairs,
complete space cadet.
Yeah. But yeah, so Dota, he in the beginning, he steals this coffin, and inside the coffin is this little girl who happens to be a goddess. What was her name? Teriorita. Teorita, yeah. And of course, Xylo or Xylo. He doesn't like goddesses for some reason, but
right, which seems like an interesting mystery about why he would refuse, like in the midst of this huge battle where it's his own survival on the line, he's refusing to let this goddess make a contract with him, which would give him access to her powers and also let her unleash her own powers.
Yeah.
I guess he really didn't want to be sentenced to be a loli.
No.
Loli Khan, excuse me.
Loli
Important
Khan.
difference.
Yeah. But yeah, she's kind of the typical like little little preteen girl that we see in a lot of anime, where she's like, you're like, oh, I'm doing great and all these things, and when I do these things for you, you have to praise me.
Yes, she's a very like stock character, but she's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
I think she is the right amount of how to put it, she is just about the right amount of sassy and cute to for this type of character archetype.
Yeah. And
Um,
yeah.
and there are a few other members of the cast. I think my favorite over here was I forget this guy's name, but
Oh, yeah.
he okay. I wasn't quite sure. Was he actually a king or was he just mad, like with like a
He,
Napoleon complex type thing?
I think he's nuts, or what he's just very touched. And yeah, he thinks he's a king, but he's not really a king.
Right.
And
So
yeah,
he's always barking orders and treating people like they're subservient.
yeah, and the other heroes just kind of go along with it.
Right. Because what's the point of trying to talk the crazy man out of it?
Yeah,
And having a grandmother with dementia, it's much easier just to go along with whatever the premise is.
yeah,
Um, as of episode 2, which is as far as I saw, we have not seen most of these characters yet. She's not a hero. She is like a captain who I kind of got flashbacks to um, the pseudo romantic interest from Kaiju number 8, except that she and the hero actually interact more in this one, even if
yeah,
it's like not positive interactions.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I can see the similarities there. I was also kind of getting a little Urza Scarlet vibes from her too.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Just the same sort of tough, but still a little bit womanly
yeah,
or feminine, I should say.
yeah,
Uh, but trying not to let it out.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So I would say that as of the first couple episodes, this is a totally fine series. The animation, I think, is the main reason to watch it. Uh, I would have said the mystery would have been interesting to watch, but so you have a key question in this series, which is, well, why is a guy like this, who we're told was formerly a member of the same royal guard as the other characters, why was he sentenced to be a hero? What horrible crime did he commit?
Yeah.
Oh, it turned out that he killed a goddess. By the way, spoilers from this point on, because like what we saw there is like just the base premise.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. What's going on here? Well, then the last 5 episodes, or 5 minutes of the first episode, which is an hour-long episode,
Yeah.
we discover that he killed his goddess because she was horribly wounded and there was no chance of saving her, so he wanted to spare her, but he was still sentenced to be a hero for killing a goddess, which are a rare
Yes.
commodity.
Yeah, and the court that he's in, which is what they jibbed for the lolicon bit, uh, they he says that, well, the goddess says when they use up all their powers, they get infected with the demon blight, and they're like, oh, there's no proof of that. That's
Heresy.
heresy. Yes.
So I admit that some of what I was looking forward to for this series wasn't going to happen. Like I prefer the anime version of Trigun where they don't spell out everything about Vash and Knives' backstory much more than the manga version where he's like basically spelling out his backstory from chapter 1.
Mm.
Because that's the sort of thing where like it might have been nice to go because like he's very hostile to this character who has an immediate interest in him. So it's like part of the fun of watching a character like this maybe thaw over the course of the series would be like, oh, stage 1, he's just kind of hostile. Stage 2, it turns out that she learns that he killed a goddess, which I believe that she finds out and is completely unbothered by it, which just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, that we can wring a little bit of character conflict out of her, find out that he killed a goddess. Then he can explain why he killed the goddess. Or maybe he's gruff and refuses to explain further because he is trying to drive her away. Because the contract can only be broken once both sides agree to break it, but she stubbornly refuses to stick with him.
yeah.
And then it's like you just progress and progress and progress. Now it's more just like it's just watching the. There's not a lot of intrigue left, unfortunately.
Yeah, the only intrigue is when he reveals that the whole reason that he had to kill the goddess was because he and his team or his squad got set up, and
Right. Like a King David situation.
yeah, and so he's got to figure out, like, who set him up. That's his driving force for the series, which, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like some corruption with the priest character and some of the military characters around. I suspect that our female captain over there is like, she seems to be a straight arrow, so I suspect that
Yeah.
that's like, she would end up disobeying orders to help them at some point. It's like a totally fine animation or anime fantasy series, and it's very refreshing. Like, it's like, I haven't seen anything like it for a while. Like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily pointed at adults, but just having an adult character for once is just refreshing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so some 16-year-old brat.
Yeah, it's like how a friend and I have been watching. Uh, May I ask for one more thing? Is that what it's called? Yep. May I ask for one final thing? The anime, and I cannot tell you how startled I was when I found out that while it is an isekai, it's not the main heroine who was isekai'd.
Ah.
It's a secondary character who, as of about halfway through the first season, has still not really made her presence felt, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So like that one also gets a recommend, just for being very different. Like, maybe we're finally getting away from the era of cookie cutter isekai.
Let's hope. Yeah.
But yeah, as it is, like, I don't think this is actually an isekai in any form. It's just a fantasy anime which has become synonymous with isekai in the last 2 decades. So again, it's just kind of a refreshing change of pace. The animation is top notch. I think it's an interesting fantasy world. Um, I don't really have any complaints aside from, again, them dropping the mystery I was expecting to see unfold slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, sometimes I would say one of my bad habits as a viewer is that sometimes I will think I'm being promised story A and will get annoyed when instead it is story B,
Yeah.
and will hold that against them even when story B is perfectly fine.
Yeah. I call it the Ryan Johnson effect.
Yeah, although whoever is behind this one is much smarter than Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But do you have any final thoughts?
No, I can't think of anything. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid anime fantasy series. Be interesting to see where the story goes. I think I'll try to stick with it. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't like fall off a cliff at some point with like
Which can always happen.
Which can always happen. But yeah, let's see where it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to introduce this to my week